You need to stop being afraid of yourself. Welcome to episode 1 of the Sabba Says podcast. Today, we're going to be talking about mastering the art of being yourself, removing fear of authenticity, stuff like that. I have notes. If I keep looking down, that's why. To start off, everyone is so caught up in being like everyone else. Oftentimes, we're searching for approval from our friends, asking people for permission to do things that we want, when at the end of the day, it's refreshing to see people who are wholeheartedly themselves. And it's honestly motivating to see other people be themselves because it pushes you to want to be more yourself. This is something that I've learned, one, because I observe other people and I love it when they are themselves, but I've also noticed that I motivate other people by being myself and just doing things that make me happy. That said, I've seen that I've inspired a lot of people in my life, not by telling them what I'm doing or letting them know what I plan on doing, but them simply observing the actions and the changes that I'm making in my life. It is sort of like a double-edged positive sword. Don't know what a positive sword with two ends would be. But one, you're happier because you're being yourself. And two, people love you more for being yourself. People can smell insecurity and inauthenticity. Of course, not everybody is going to love you for being yourself, but do you love everybody? Do you want to get along with everybody? If you're a people pleaser like I used to be, yes, maybe you do want to get along with everybody. But at the end of the day, your energy is so valuable. And in order to maintain your energy and stay happy and content, oh my gosh, I hope I'm not looking at myself the whole time. I'm so sorry if I am. In order to stay happy and maintain your energy, you need to understand where your energy is appreciated and where it is not appreciated. As I said, of course, not everybody will like you, but you will be happier because the people who don't like you will be repelled from you. And the people who like you for the person that you are will be attracted to you, and you will maintain your happiness because you are surrounded by people who appreciate you for the real you. If you find yourself saying you don't like your friends or the people that you're surrounded by, your external environment is a reflection of yourself. This is something that I didn't understand. I thought it was hippy dippy nonsense, but it's so true. You may not realize it, but you're putting out a vibe. Whether you like it or not, you can try to people please and curate the type of person you are, but you cannot curate your vibe and energy to be different, right? It's your aura. The energy and the aura that you have is around you, and sometimes you can't feel it. Oftentimes I can't feel it, and I'll be surprised that like people want to be my friend and want to hang out around me, but it's because there is an aura that I give out that other people can feel that I'm not aware of. However, you can curate that aura obviously by pouring love in yourself. You can have a positive aura if you love yourself, and people can tell that you love yourself and that you love being around others. Blah blah blah. Tangent. As I was saying, if you don't like the people who are around you, it's a reflection of yourself. You are likely acting a certain way that pulls those people towards you because you're people pleasing and you're trying to act like somebody that you are not. And that version of you that you have created that isn't you is attracting the people you don't like. When in reality, when you stick in your authenticity, you are attracting the people that you want to be in your life. If you're people pleasing and being inauthentic, you're going to attract people who don't like you for the real you, thus leading to having friends that you don't align with. Yes, this is scary, but the best things in life are scary. The things that you are afraid of are usually the things that you should be doing. It's also like delayed gratification. It may take a while to unlearn this persona that you've built for yourself, but as with most great things in life, it's an investment that leads to a great end goal in the long term, end result and destination. And for me, it took me about like a year to get to the point that I am. I've worked a lot on my mindset through different techniques. If anyone's curious about that, I can make a video on it. I wrote down a year of discomfort for a lifetime of joy. And that truly is what it is. Do you want to keep being the same person that isn't happy with your life and friends? Or do you want to work on it, go through the struggles, but know that one day you will be at a spot that you're happy with? I am still on my journey, but it's like every day I have a pleasant surprise simply because my energy is attracting people who actually like me for me, and I like them too. That's what authenticity does for you. Pick your hard or choose your hard if you've ever heard that saying, the hard of living a life that's not true to yourself, or the hard of putting the work in and eventually getting the life you want. The hard of putting up a front to fit in, or the heart of standing out but feeling satisfied with it. Standing out as in you're sticking out of the crowd, of course, not assimilating. That said, I noticed people around me seemed happier around me once I fully embraced who I was. Personally, I've struggled with like anxiety and stuff like that, but I wasn't born anxious. I was a very like outgoing kid. I was shy and outgoing. I used to be outspoken, no filter. And then, especially in middle school, like I was very loud and out there. In ninth grade, I like to say I gained consciousness. And by that, I mean I suddenly was aware that my actions had consequences. I was more aware of how people felt around me. Obviously, I didn't go around being a menace before. People liked me. But I got to a point where I was just like, oh, I have to make myself small in order to not offend everyone and to be on everyone's good side and to people please. And that was really just anxiety. And that stuck with me for a long time. Honestly, until last year. I'm a senior in college now. But then I decided to work on it. And as I worked on it, I regained my spark. I used to say I peaked in middle school, which is sad, but that was because that was before I had my social anxiety. Now I'm the happiest I am and I'm in the best point of my life. But that's because I relearned being myself. Since anxiety did not allow me to do that. I was trying so hard to be this person, to build a persona that was not me. And now people literally love being around me. Wow, I sound full of myself, but it's energy. You feel energy. I love being around people and people love being around me because I'm truly myself. I allow other people around me to be themselves around them, thus them liking to be around me. In addition to that, being able to accept the good and the bad within yourself unconditionally helps you to also understand and love others unconditionally. That's what makes you magnetic and attract all these great people around you. Oh, an example of this, Tyler, the Creator. I went to his concert in Madison Square Garden over the summer and it was just very motivating for me. People love that man. And he is weird. He is a freak in the best possible way. But he is himself and that is refreshing. That's why people love him. One of the reasons why people love him. He's so talented. I personally don't like having idols or celebrities or whatever. There are parts of him that truly inspire me. His music, everything. And also, like, posting online has really helped me with being more authentically myself. I do struggle sometimes still, but I do recommend posting online, especially if you don't want to. That exposure, especially because you will not blow up immediately. Putting stuff out just because you simply like that content and not because you want to cater towards other people really helps you work on being your authentic self. Because it's vulnerable. It's practicing vulnerability, which helps. In addition to the whole holding myself back, getting social anxiety, I was depressed. I had severe depression during COVID, but I was pretty like mainstream, not happy. As a result of holding back my personality, I would be in rooms with people who would be talking and being friendly and stuff, and I'd want to say things to them, but I wouldn't say it because I'm like, oh, I don't know them. In reality, being yourself makes people want to be your friend. Adding on to the posting stuff online, don't be afraid of people dropping you in real life or unfollowing you. That is just making space for the people who are truly meant to be in your life. Let go and detach. If you have to hold on and grasp onto things, they are not usually for you. No matter how much you think you want it. I needed that advice a year ago. We don't always want what's best for us. You may want to stay people pleasing because it's easier and it doesn't hurt as much, but it's not what's best for you. Caveat to that, unless it's consistency and you feel like giving up, that's when you should grasp and hold on. That's when it's most important to show up for yourself. Also, stop being afraid to be seen trying. This is what I need to hear. You aren't going to be perfect at your dream ASAP. Nowadays, we're so attached to like quick dopamine and like getting things we want immediately, but that's not how life is. I have a sign up here, right there. The day you plant the seed is not the day you eat the fruit. And it is so true. That means people are going to see you working towards your goals. And I want to say failing at them, but it's temporary failure because I believe that you need temporary failure to have a great success. And I believe that big, permanent failure is giving up. The only way you can fail at anything in this life is by giving up. No matter what, if you keep working towards something, you will have it eventually. I can talk more about that if anyone wants to know. It's uncomfortable to be seen trying, but you have to deal with the discomfort of working at something publicly and not being good at it. It makes it all worth it because think about it. You struggle now, a year later, if people were making fun of you, which people should not be in your life if they're making fun of you for working towards your goals, but a year later, you can look back and be like, so I did that. And who cares? It might have been embarrassing being in the process, but now you have something to show for it. This is also something I definitely had to learn as someone who is a perfectionist. I am a bit of a perfectionist still. Yeah, it's just so freeing to stop caring about others. Truly. I used to be a prisoner of my own mind, worrying about what other people think about me, social anxiety, blah, 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 all that stuff. But once you finally realize, I just gotta be myself and people are gonna like it or not, it's just freeing. Like I'll literally be in public and I wanna do something that past me would have been afraid to do. And I'm like, these people on the street are going to see me now once and never again. And why do I care what they think about me? They don't know I'm a cool person. Like, If they really cared, they'd try to get to know me. It may feel impossible now, but you literally just have to put in your reps. It will take so long to stop listening to other people and to care about them, but it's small steps every day that you have to take. For me, a lot of it is, it's still a daily thing of I'll want to do something. I'll have the thought of wanting to do something. I'll either act on it, which is great, or I'll hesitate and be like, oh, maybe I shouldn't because enter excuse here. The third part is challenging that belief. Why do I not want to do it? Why am I having this excuse? If nobody else was on this planet, would I still want to do it? If I thought nobody was going to perceive me, would I still want to do it? If the answer is yes, then I have to do it. I literally have to consciously remind myself to not feel embarrassed. Embarrassment is all up in here. If you do anything with confidence, even the weirdest thing, people are not going to make fun of you. Because if you just don't act embarrassed, it's not embarrassing. Oh yeah. One day I was dancing in the bathroom a little bit. Someone came in and I paused, but then I forced myself to continue because I would have kept going even if I would have kept going if they weren't there. That might be a little crazy. Took me a year to build up to that, but that's the type of mentality we're trying to go for. All this stuff only applies when it's stuff that doesn't hurt other people. If you're doing anything that will hurt people and harm people, don't do it. There is obviously nuance to everything I'm saying. Bunch of caveats. Do things that make you happy that are not at the expense of other people's joy. If you're cutting off someone, that's different, right? You're making yourself happy and you're cutting off negative energy that you don't need in your life. But you guys are smart people. Hopefully you understand what I mean. The more you do embarrassing stuff and hard stuff, the less you care and it feels great. It is so worth it to work up to it. I'm saying all this because I want you guys to feel as great as I do. Like all of these videos I make is because I have struggled so much in the past and I truly just want people to feel the joy that I have. And I want people who have gone through struggles that I've gone through and even other struggles that I can't understand and haven't lived to understand that you are just in a circumstance. It may be a struggle now, but this is not your life. You have gone through so many struggles in the past that you have survived and lived through. A year from now, things are going to be so different. And you just need to keep pushing and advocating for yourself and working on yourself and having faith and believing in yourself and staying positive. Yeah. Have this in caps. Dimming your light for others makes you boring. Ooh, gasp. It's true. Like, think of the cool people in your lives. Like, you like them because there's something that's so unique to them that you don't have in yourself, but you admire. Dimming yourself just makes you like every other girl, every other person. No one wants to be any other person. I also put, no wonder why you can't make friends. That is very harsh. I'm sorry. If you're dimming your light, I empathize with you. You can't pour from an empty cup. You are so much nicer to be around when you are happy in yourself. This is something that I repeat to my friends a lot whenever they're like feeling bad about something they're doing, but it's like something to help them. So for example, my friend had to come into work late because of traffic. She was gonna be 5 to 10 minutes late. And I was just reminding her, I was like, you're feeling bad because you feel bad for your manager. He's gonna be stressed out because you're coming into work late. But that's not your responsibility. You're gonna be late regardless and you can't help it. You left early, traffic hit, you couldn't do anything about it. There's no point in making yourself feel bad because somebody else is feeling bad. If things are inevitable and you can't change your situation, you might as well just try to be happy and stay calm and collect your energy. As for not being able to pour from an empty cup, my life, I always say people around me are so much happier to be around me. But like I feel it. People are always smiling when they're around me and I'm always happy to be around other people and I always have great times with people I'm with. And that's simply because I pour so much energy into myself. I meditate, I do yoga, I work out. That sounds a little crazy. All this stuff. I do a bunch of stuff. I journal. You don't have to do all of that, of course. I do it because it makes me happy, and that's how I pour into my cup. Find how you can pour into your cup. When you fill your cup and work on things that make you feel better, you're able to overflow your joy into other people, rather than taking out of your cup and giving it to other people. You don't want that. Your energy is yours. My energy is meant for me first, right there. And you can't pour from an empty cup. So being inauthentic and not true to yourself is operating from an empty cup. True authenticity, filled cup. Hope that makes sense. Hopefully my ideas in this video was coherent. I just have a lot of thoughts and ideas to say. And these are just some ideas that I randomly wrote down while I was in the middle of a class, not paying attention. If anyone has any questions or advice or any suggestions on what I can do for more of these videos, please let me know. But yeah, stop being afraid of authenticity. Stop being afraid of yourself. Let yourself be. You don't have to act a certain way. People will love you regardless, and the right people will love you for you. Thank you. Bye.